Welcome to the Getting Real podcast, where real stories of leadership and career growth come to life through authentic conversations. This season, we're going to be focusing on coaching conversations. I'm your host, Afsheen and in each episode, we dive in to the heart of personal and professional development. This podcast is a safe space for individuals seeking guidance and transformation. To honor their privacy, all conversations are recorded anonymously. Our guests share their challenges and breakthroughs, providing valuable insights that can help you on your own journey. Today's episode features a coaching conversation with a courageous individual who has agreed to let us share their story. Listen in as we explore their unique experience and uncover strategies that might inspire your own path to success. Thank you for joining us. Let's get started. I just wanted to officially welcome you to our conversation and get a sense for what it is that you'd like to discuss today. I'm really, really interested and curious.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think, in a moment of my career that I need to decide what I want to do and going forward, and not in the next year or so, going forward in meaning in all parts of my life. So I just break it down into small chunks. Mm-hmm. So one is, I have been living in the Netherlands for 3 years now. I almost. I really enjoy living here, but I can't connect with the culture. Mm-hmm. And even though I speak 4 languages, mm-hmm. I can't seem to be able to speak Dutch. Mm-hmm. And I know how I understand everything. So it's not like I don't understand the language. Mm-hmm. I can't connect the language with the culture, and the culture for me is very tough. Mm-hmm. So I think I have a brain blockage. I don't know what you call it. And I think this is not the place for me to live in. Okay. This is not the country, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So one part is, where do I go from here? Mm-hmm. That is one thing. The other thing is, from a career perspective, I'm very happy what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I am, during the day, I teach financial crime mm-hmm. in a bank. And mm-hmm. At night, I do coaching for Better Up. So the two things combined together, I think they help me survive here in the Netherlands, because mm-hmm. I have the heart and I have the head mm-hmm. together. So, and that is how I think I've been able to live here 3 years. Mm-hmm. So what I was thinking is, in terms of the place where I want to go, my husband and I had a conversation, and across the globe, based on everything that's going on, and you can see what is going on around the world, we were thinking about moving to Switzerland. So that mm-hmm. was one thing. And we have the idea of how we're going to do that. Mm-hmm. And then the second part is, I like this combination of both, because I love what I do during the day, which is teaching, and I love coaching. So I think, why should I get rid of one or the other? Why I cannot combine the two? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. And I need a stable job, because my husband has a very severe condition. So I need a steady income. So I can't just say, I go coaching and that's it. Even though it would be my passion, but I can't do it at the moment. So I need to have steady work, but I don't know how to position myself out there as a financial crime / coach. Because the two things, they are linked in a certain way, because I'm teaching. So, coaching is very useful. But to someone out of me, or who I am, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me, though. So I just need to understand that. And that was why I approached you, because I said, I need to figure out how I can blend this thing together.
Wow. I love that you've brought such a substantial topic to the table, and we will definitely make some progress towards it. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
If this conversation goes well today, what will have been achieved?
Well, I have clarity for once, so that would be nice. Mm-hmm. And then once I have clarity, normally how I how my brain works and how I normally do in life is once I have clarity, I go for it and I take action. So, but I need that clarity first in order to be able to take action. When everything is so detached, that's how I feel it. And I can't connect the dots together. It just makes it difficult for me to make a move.
So I also feel as though what I'm hearing is that to you, clarity is when things are not so detached and that they are connected to each other in some way. Am I right about that?
Yeah, and they don't need to be connected in a logical way. They just need to make sense overall. So I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying, but sometimes you look at things and say, how on earth are these all coming together? But once you see that you have the color and you have the palette and you put it on a canvas, you can see what it is. And that is what I want to do. I want to paint a canvas that makes sense for me.
I love that metaphor, and I love how that makes meaning for you. So I think what I'm hearing is, as long as I can see the picture on the canvas,
yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't mind if people look at it and say, "Oh my goodness, what is this?" But if I make sense of it, that's fine with me.
I love that. And what I am very curious about is you begin to paint a picture on what good looks like at the end of this conversation. And you say, at the beginning, you said, where do I go from here? And so that seems to be the big question that you want answered.
No, really, the where is the location. So we need to figure out a location where we're going to go, because if this connection with culture and the country has not happened in 3 years, I don't think it's going to happen. I moved around all my life and I know when is right. For example, I lived in London for 19 years. There was a connection there. That's why I stayed for so long. I don't think I can be honest to myself and say I can live here for the rest of my life, because it's too tough. It's too tough from a heart perspective. I'm looking for the heart everywhere and I can't find it. And that is one thing that no matter where I live, I could live in the middle of the desert, I still need to have that connection to the heart.
This is the second, maybe third, and maybe even the fourth time I've heard the word connection.
Yeah.
It sounds extremely important in so many different ways. You shared that at the end, you would like to see everything connecting on the canvas. You shared now that connection is so important. So tell me a little bit more about that. Paint that picture for me. It seems like you know what connection means. So paint that picture for me. What is it that you're chasing?
I don't think I'm chasing. I think I need an environment where I can be myself.
Okay.
And what I find here in the Netherlands, I am not myself at all. I find myself most of the time guessing, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? Because I don't understand the culture. I can't connect to it. So every time I'm second guessing, is this the right thing to say? Is this the right thing to do? And I don't like to live like this. I lived in different places with a lot of different people from different cultures all my life. And yes, there are moments in which you think, ooh, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that. But most of the time you are yourself, and people accept for you who you are. They're not trying to mold you the way they would like you to be. And here I feel like that is what they're doing, and I don't like that. I'm not trying to mold you. You don't mold me. And that is the connection I need. So in London, for example, I was living with people from all over the world, but you could feel the connection. You could feel that you could have a conversation about anything. And also it was about the energy. So were people willing to try things out, make mistakes as well on the go, but you were all part of the same, no matter where you came from. Here it's like us versus them, and I don't like this feeling. It doesn't fit with me at all.
One of the other things I heard you say that felt really important for you to address was the piece around bringing your two skill sets together, the coaching and the financial crime training, and being able to somehow connect them well enough for others to understand that. So I hear two subjects, I hear two topics. One is finding a connection with a place and a people, and one is this piece around career. So which one do you feel is more important for you now to address with me?
So I think because I need stability in my life from a financial perspective, I need to fix the job first, so the career first, and then maybe find a place around it. Because for me, living here or there doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
So I don't have like, I need to live here. No, I really don't mind wherever it is.
Right.
And the same thing is for my husband. So we don't mind. So that's a good thing. But the career thing needs to be there. I need to have stability.
Right.
Wherever I go. And it needs to be a safe place for both of us. So for him to have the medical support he needs, and for me to be able to work and have a good life.
Word. So I'm hearing several things.
Yep.
And again, I'm hearing two things. You said I need to have a career which incorporates both of these parts of me, and it needs to be in a place which is stable, safe, has medical support where I can work.
Yeah.
So it still feels to me like we're chasing two things. And so I'm very curious, what is the specific thing that you would like to aim towards first, or is it both?
It is both. So I need to find a place where I can work, is stable, and gives the support that my husband needs. So the two things needs to be combined. If I explain myself maybe a little bit with an example, it wouldn't be good for me to have a good job and not have a place where my husband has the support he needs.
Yeah, sure.
So bless you.
Thank you. In all of this, as I try to be with what it is that you're sharing, it feels as though you're trying to honor two important things. One is yourself, and one is your husband.
Yep, absolutely.
One is your needs, one is your husband's needs.
Yep.
And the word honor keeps coming up for me very strongly. So I'm going to stop here and say, what does that mean to you? When you hear that word, what comes up for you?
Well, I think since he has been sick for quite some time, give myself, especially because if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of him. So taking care of myself and being in a stable place, in a good place, is very important to me. So if I can make sure that happens, wherever it is, that is the final goal. If I'm in a good place, he is in a good place. So that's and that's what I have to learn. You can't take care of someone else unless you are in a good place. So at the moment, how I feel here, I don't feel in a good place, and that's why. And we have stability, we have a good life. But from a heart perspective, and that is what I need, especially when you go through a lot of medical conditions that are quite severe, you need the heart more than the head. I don't need someone to tell me what to do with this condition. I need someone that can help me. And here I don't get that. So I'm not in a good place.
I understand. And honoring your heart feels like such an important part of this journey, such an important part of what is next for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
and the financial crime training job I have is a mean to an end.
Yes.
So that's what it is. I love what I do, and I think I'm making a little difference. So that's why I want to keep it. But it's for me, it's just a mean to an end.
Sure. I just want to acknowledge how much I admire your decision and your commitment to honoring yourself and your heart. Because it is such an easy thing to forget to do. It is such an easy thing to lose sight of. So the fact that you have put a stake in the ground and said, no, first my heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to just say, I admire that so much. And I just wanted to call that out immediately.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I learned the hard way. So if I don't do that, it's not going to go well. So that's
Bravo. So speaking of honoring your heart, and in doing that, achieving clarity and connections, things starting to make sense. What you shared a little bit about the current state, like the things that are currently not working exactly in that place, in honoring your heart, seeing the bigger picture, being able to see there's a reason, there's a canvas, I can look at it. So what do you want to paint on your canvas?
I would like to paint myself, in a sense, who I know I am.
Say more about this.
One of the things that I learned in the last few years is I learned a lot about myself. And I know that wherever I go, I am myself. And that's why I came maybe to this place and I feel the way I feel, because if you're not going to change me, I know I am, and I'm going to stick to it. And having people pushing me left and right, trying to change me, maybe in the past it would have worked. Now it doesn't work. But I would like to get rid of that pushback. I don't want to push back. I just want to live. That's all. And so I would like to paint in that canvas. I would like to paint me, who I am as a person. Celebrate also what I can give to people, what I can offer, and also celebrate my life. So that is something I would like to paint on that canvas.
It's interesting. I'm just going to say this to you back. I'm going to repeat back to you what you just said to me so you can hear it from my vantage point. You said, I want to celebrate who I am. I want to celebrate my life. And I want to celebrate what I offer.
Yeah.
And it, to me, is very much present, past, future.
Yeah.
And that's a gorgeous canvas. So, are you willing to try an experiment with me?
Sure, absolutely.
So, if we were celebrating you as who you are, what would that canvas What would you draw on? What would emerge on that canvas for you?
Oh, colors. I think the colors that I always see, I love nature. So for me, especially trees, mountains. So that is what I would see on that canvas.
Wow.
Rivers. And just a beautiful sky as well. Beautiful sky. Not during the day, but maybe when the sun is going down.
What do the colors represent? So the first thing that came out was colors, definitely colors. So what do the colors represent about you right now?
I would like more colors in my life. And maybe at the fact that I'm so constrained in this environment, I don't see color. And I would like to have colors. Because I think colors is pushing it out too much. And this is a place of constraint. So colors doesn't work with this environment. When I think about here, if you look outside, it's all about colors. This country is all about colors. But when you look at the people, it's not about colors.
So what do colors represent to you? As you say, when I look at the
life, people... It represents life, it represents friendship, it represents love. So these are the things that, the warmth. Yeah.
So you would like it, you're sensing that there's an absence of friendship, love, and warmth in your current surroundings and people that you're currently meeting.
Yeah.
And your desire is to meet people that represent that friendship, love, warmth, anything else?
Compassion. Emotional intelligence. And I'm actually meeting this through coaching. So the coaching I do at night, that is where the heart comes in, and I know I can feel again.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like you draw such a strong line between where I can feel and where I cannot.
Yeah. Or through my training, even though it's financial crime, I put my soul into that because I really believe in it. I really believe that if people learn how to do it properly, we can make such a difference in society that is incredible. So that's why I put so much energy into that during the day. And then, the coaching thing is the one that makes me be a whole person. That is how I feel. I feel I'm making a difference during the day with the little contribution that I have. And then I put the heart into this session. And that's when I meet people that are like me, because they are there because they want to improve themselves, they want to develop, they want to find themselves. So it's all a journey that we're doing together, and that is fantastic. But the same thing goes with my job. I can see people understand the importance of it and why they do it. It's not just a job. It's not a mission. For me, it's a mission, but for them, it's like understanding how important it is that they pay attention.
Yeah. The word that you said, why they do it, people understanding why, which is pretty much where everything begins, right? Meaning of life begins with the why.
Exactly.
So what an interesting perspective you shared there. I love it. And you painted this picture where there's color, nature, trees, mountains, sunsets, rivers, that all represent friendship and love and warmth and compassion and emotional intelligence that you currently are receiving through your work and through your coaching in helping people.
The friends I have, that I have outside this country, outside this country, I have amazing people I have as friends, and I'm very thankful for that. And they give me that color, that passion, that part that I don't find here.
So if the now is more black and white, I'm assuming if it's not color, then what is it for you? Is it?
It's very still. It's very still. You know, those colors are very vibrant. They're moving.
Mm-hmm.
The place where I am right now is very still. But I needed that. You know, I spent 2 years in Qatar, and after that I moved here. So I needed the stillness. I really did.
So somewhere in all of this, there is something you would take with you.
Absolutely. I came here for a reason. I needed, after Qatar and the pandemic and all that experience, I needed something stable and still. So I got that, and I'm very thankful I came here. I'm very thankful. But I think it's the time that I really need to explore more, and I need to put some colors into that canvas. It's becoming a little boring to look at, to be honest.
Stable and still, but boring.
Yeah. So for some people it might work, but for me, as I am today, I want to do more than this. So
I want more. Okay. I want more. I sense something around the word healing in the stillness and the stability that you've had a chance to achieve. Again, it's just a word that's coming up for me. Does that mean something, or?
Absolutely. I found the horses here, so I actually volunteer with horses that have gone through trauma, and that has been a real important thing that I discovered. So, and it's been an amazing experience. So the fact that I'm here, I'm very thankful, because I experienced so much in order for me to be able to move on to the next thing.
That's beautiful. And this, I love that you shared about the horses. That sounds like an incredibly important part of your journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What of that would you like to bring into
the canvas? When I was thinking about the canvas and the mountains and the trees and all that, I wanted to put some horses in there as well. So that's
I'm putting a big heart around the word horses right now. I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. What a picture you just painted. I'm still sort of breathing that in. So let's take a little bit, like we are in an art gallery, let's take a bit of a step back from the canvas that we are looking at, and let us just admire and observe it for a minute together. And maybe if you'd like to close your eyes, yes. Let us admire this together, and maybe we put our hands on our hearts and really feel it from that place. So which values do you feel you would be honoring in this canvas?
Be true to yourself. That is one thing that I want to keep in that canvas. Creativity. Yep.
What else comes up for you?
And listening. That is something that
Say more about that.
So I found myself sometimes here because I can't connect with the culture, as I said. I'm not listening. And I'm losing that capability. I realized that yesterday. I was with a friend I haven't seen for a long time, and we were together in London. And I realized yesterday in that conversation that I was really listening. And when I'm talking to people here, I am not. Maybe because I'm not interested. I don't know what it is. There's like a block that I just don't, sorry to say this is terrible. I just don't care. And there's something that needs to be in that canvas, because for me, listening is really, really important. So, and that I realize that now from yesterday's experience, it was so nice to be able to sit there and just be in the conversation, but be there really. It was the first time that happened in a long time, and I really miss it. But it was because we were both connected. We had that connection. That's why we were able to do that. He was there for me, I was there for him. And that's it. There was nothing else.
There was nothing else.
There was nothing else. And we didn't need anything else. I mean, we sat in that place for hours, and it was like, I was there for him. That's it. There was no thinking, oh, should I say this? Should I do this? No. You just be. That's it. And that is what I want in that canvas. I want to be able to sit with someone and not have to think it through. What should I say? How should I say it? Is it the right moment to say that? And how will that person feel or think about what I said? The overthinking that's been happening for the past 3 years is just unbelievable. And with the horses, I feel that is not there, because horses, they do whatever they feel they want to do. There is no imposing anything. And that's been an experience that really helped me here, because there I don't need to do anything. I don't need to go to them. They don't need to come to me. It's just, you are just there. That's it.
You deserve that.
I don't know if I deserve that, but that is the feeling I want, and that is.
You deserve to have what you want. It's as simple as that. What's coming up for you, Rick?
Yeah, I had another conversation with someone else, and she told me, you're worth a lot more, and that stuck into my mind, because I said, I'm just happy the way I am. I don't need anything more. But at the same time, I never tried to aspire for more, so I don't know what that looks like. And that was something that came up this week as well. I don't like to be presumptuous, so that's why I always don't want to go over. But maybe I'm not comfortable to be comfortable, and maybe I need to go a step forward this time. As I'm making this change in my life, this shift, maybe I should go overboard and maybe see what happens.
Go overboard. Wow. Yes, indeed. You deserve it.
Yeah, I always went safe because I needed stability. So I said, if I need stability, I can't go overboard. But maybe now I'm ready to go overboard and see what happens.
Ooh. Now I have like these little things that are sort of going through me. I have like these little bubbles of energy like popping inside me. And you say that. because we are moving to a different place right now. We are moving to this place. So what's this on the canvas? Can you just...
It's a splash of colors. That's what it is.
Splashes. So yes, because before it was kind of like paint, and now it's like splashes. I love that. Oh my gosh. See, I'm scribbling all of this down because, yes, because I think this is your beautiful canvas that's coming to life.
I need to splash a little more than what I used to do.
Splash more. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. And so these are splashes that are like over the mountains. And how does this show up in your canvas? Tell me a little, because so far we have nature and trees and mountains and rivers and even horses, all quite serene, all quite, organized.
Maybe that is the image I have of my life right now. So that is all organized. But the splashing maybe is what I need for the future.
Ooh, I like. So how would you do a splash on your canvas? Is this a brand new canvas or is it the existing canvas?
No, the existing canvas is still here because I like that canvas. They have everything I like, so it's fine. But for the future, I think I'm going to take some paint. The colors are still the same. So they are the yellow, the green, the blue. I love those colors a lot. And then splash it into it, see what happens.
I'm so excited. I want to do this with you. This sounds fabulous. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Such creativity here. So much magic happening in this moment. I have a real sense of anticipation, hope. The word hope is coming up for me. What comes up for you as you observe it with all of its splashes all over?
So I'm not a believer of hope. I think you need to make things happen for yourself. So I think the splashes and all the colors that I see is more to do with letting it go. That is for me more.
Letting it go. And what is it that is being let go? I'm very curious.
I think letting it go of the constraint, the boundaries that...
Constraints.
Yeah, and the boundaries.
Boundaries. I see you smiling.
Yeah, because it's a sense of relief, I think. I think it is. Once I let this go, I think everything will come together.
Once you let what go, everything will come together.
The first canvas, I need to let that go. I created that sort of order, and I really don't fit into this order at all. So I need to let it go. It doesn't serve me at all. So it has served me for the past 3 years, but now it's time to let it go.
So the healing has happened. It has served you.
Absolutely.
It's something you created. So that's an interesting one. So how can we honor this wonderful healing, ordered canvas that has given you its gift?
I think I need to put it away. Just put it away. I don't want to destroy it. I don't want to do anything major to it because it's been something that has helped me a lot. But I need to put it away and start something new and go creative with it. And then maybe find a place for go creative, and then things will find their place, I think.
That's an interesting one. When we began this conversation and where we are right now, what's different?
I'm letting it go. There will still be the connection within the pieces, but that connection will come naturally. I don't need to make it happen. So that's the big thing.
The connections will come naturally.
Yeah, because I'm splashing colors. I'm not putting things in the canvas. Because when you put things in a place, that's the place. If I splash it, it just goes everywhere. So,
what a bold, brave, fun, optimistic kind of canvas you're painting right now. What does this honor? This very creative approach. What is this honoring?
I honor that I can offer a lot more than what I'm doing at the moment. So I think, the being bold or going overboard, if I let it go and I'm creative, I can do that. If I do it with the mindset I have right now, it's not going to happen.
I love that. You said that you wanted clarity at the end of the conversation. So, what clarity has been achieved right now? What is clear to you right now?
I just need to put that thing away. So that's one thing. And the other thing is I need to paint that canvas and go wild with it. That's it.
I love this word. Let's go wild.
I need to let it go. Because it's not me. That canvas was fit for purpose for the time I was here. But if I explore other places, I need to be more creative.
I'm so excited for what you are creating for yourself and your husband and everything that you're honoring in the process. I am so inspired by you. Which is the gift of this work, isn't it?
No, thank you. Thank you. It was really useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the trust and for the authenticity and for just fully showing up for this conversation. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And I'm I really am genuinely excited to see what comes up for you next. What is the first next step for you before I let you go?
I think I need to think about what I want to let go. That would be because it's quite heavy on me. So if I don't let it go and I move somewhere, I'm dragging this thing with me and I don't want to. I want to leave this experience as being very useful. I am in a good place. I need to thank this place and move on to the next. That's it. But I need to let this behind.
That's beautiful. And
I think that is a good thing. And then once I'm free of those things, then I can be creative.
So by when will you have done it? By when will you?
So I think summer comes with colors. So this summer is going to be my playground to do that. And let things go. So I'm going to give myself until the end of the summer to just do this and do it properly, because there's a lot of things I have to be thankful for of being here. So I have to be thankful and let go, and then I can move on to the next thing. So I think I need to give myself some time in the playground.
I'm very inspired by the approach that you're planning to take. This piece around, I'm going to honor this moment. I'm going to I just love it. I'm so inspired by that attitude, I think, and that way that you're saying this was a gift in itself, and I'm going to close the chapter properly. That, I think, is just amazing. I've learned a lot from that. So thank you for sharing that thinking and that approach. I'm definitely going to be incorporating that into some of my adventures in the future as well.
But I also think there is no pressure for me to move quickly. So in the past, move has always been quick, and like in Qatar, we had to move.
Right.
So that's where the urgency comes in. I don't have any urgency at the moment. That's why I can spend time in the playground, because I don't have really the urgency to say, oh, tomorrow I have to move somewhere. No. I know I want to do it, but this time I'm going to take my time.
I'm so happy that became available to you. That sort of space. You know?
I never had this. So I want to
honor
really
it, use it, enjoy it. Yes.
Yeah,
use it to your benefit. Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. And why not?
If you don't have any urgency or anything that is really pushing you to make it happen, why should you not take your time?
Yes. That is a really interesting and good point. I'm really excited for you. I'm so happy that we had this conversation. I enjoyed it. Thank you for stepping into it so wholeheartedly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's stay in touch. And thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Getting Real podcast. We hope you found today's coaching conversation as insightful and as inspiring as we did. Remember, every leader's journey is unique, and each step forward is a victory. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, or leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners and continue to share these empowering stories. For more resources and information on how you can engage with us, our leadership and coaching services, please visit our website, www.thephoenixcoachingcompany.com. That's www.thephoenixcoachingcompany.com. Until next time, keep striving for excellence and embrace the challenges along the way. You are capable of incredible growth and transformation. Stay strong, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode.